Erik, after that first half, what kind of speech, what kind of message, what created the change in the third quarter?
No, everybody could see it. We were not defending or doing things, with enough energy and connection. That was pretty obvious. I mean, it was just going back and forth. It almost felt like a pickup game in the first half. But in that third quarter, it was much more committed defensively. Which allowed us to create some separation.
What specifically, in other words, on the defense picked up? Was it simply an effort thing? Was it schematic? Was it following the game plan? What specifics got things back on the right track?
Yeah, it wasn't a matter of schematics. It was doing things harder, and things more committed.
And then just the fact is you were up 24 in the first night of a back-to-back. I know the preference always is to rest, especially your veterans. Was there a disappointment in how it got close, or is it what you've been telling us all year? These games just have a way of doing that.
Yeah, look, NBA games are long. Look, teams are going to make a run back. I mean, probably this year is a little bit more unique when there's been some crazy blowouts, but for the most part, teams will come back. I don't know if resting our guys another 5 minutes in game time, would have, would make a significant difference for tomorrow, regardless. It's back-to-back. We're trying to, develop some toughness on the road. So we're taking this. There's good things we can take from it, particularly in the second half defensively. Offensively, we're pretty good most of the night. And then we'll go on to Boston.
Next, we have Tim Reynolds.
Erik, knowing that Myers is a fairly tough human, did you initial report on? It was pretty evident that he was in a lot of discomfort.
So it's a shoulder strain at this point. That's all I know. For him to go out in that manner, he's in some pain. So we'll hope for the best.
Will he need a picture in Boston, or
I don't even know at this point. But it's a shame. He was playing. Those were good minutes. While he was out there.
Thanks, Bo.
Next, we have Anthony Chang.
Hey, Spo, I know it's more than just points with Tyler, but 31 points tonight, and I think most of his points came in the paint. What did you notice about the way he just attacked tonight, maybe compared to other games earlier this season?
Yeah, each game is different. I think this is part of maybe the education of people, fans or whoever out there. Tyler's been growing in a lot of areas. It's just a shame that people only look at that final column to see whether he's making a big jump. He's made significant jumps and had him guard Brandon Ingram one game, had him guard Jason Tatum another game. That shows you how far he's come. Defensively, he's got 15 rebounds in the game. He's making much better reads on different coverages, or it's not always just a shot, but it's making plays for others. I think his game is growing, and defensively in the third quarter was some of his better efforts and better discipline. He was just able to make some plays and put the ball in the basket. That'll continue to grow, as will the rest of his game.
All right, next up we have Cooper Moorhead.
So just to follow up on Tyler, he was 10 of 13 in the paint, I think 3 or 4 at the rim. Obviously, we saw that improvement on the paint finishing during the bubble last year, but that was a small sample size. Was there any question during the offseason, like whether that was going to normalize out his percentages in the paint, or were you always confident that?
No, he's more than a catch and shoot, just a strictly catch and shoot player. He's very good off the dribble, and this is something that he diligently works on every day, with his quarterback reads. And it's not just finishing, it's making the reads on what the scheme is and where the weak side is. That's, there's different coverages based on who you're playing. And I think he's growing, leaps and bounds with that. But that just shows you that it's not just about the shooting with them. And then when that's going to come, because he's just an elite shooter, then he'll be able to put it all together.